Hey guys, this is going to be the unboxing of Sony A7R III, the latest A7R series. And just, watch along and we'll see what's contained in the box. Now first up, we have the user manual, of course, and some Sony lenses brochure, just help advertising their alpha lenses. Now let's put them back together and dig a little bit further to see what else is inside the box. Of course, the charging cord. Now as we open it, we can see right away the strap. I usually don't use the strap, just personal preference. I just don't like to have things dangling around when I'm carrying the camera. And the charging hub, it charges one battery, and the HDMI cable. And I wonder what that little piece is, but we'll find out later. And now we dig a little bit further, we can see the battery. It's a pretty nice design. We can see a lot of similarity in the A9 series. And it does have much more battery capacity as compared to the Alpha 7R II. And yeah, one of the biggest complaints about the A7R II is the battery capacity only lasting about 200 to 250 captures, but the newest battery can last somewhere around 400 to 500 captures. So it's a much better improvement. Now it's the moment you've been waiting for, well actually I've been waiting for a long time, the actual body. Just look at the magnesium alloy built on top. It just looks fantastic. Turning around, look at the screen. It is a touch screen, and you can touch the spot and where you can focus. Now, just a quick reminder, this is not a regular camera review video. It's just simply a unboxing video showing you guys what's inside the box when you first get this package. And of course, I actually did a technical review when they first launched the this camera, and you can watch the video by clicking on the top right corner. Now I'm just gonna rotate the camera around and check out this leather grip. Now we're looking at the dual SD card slot that a lot of professional photographers are craving for. And now it's finally on the A7R III series. A7R II only has one. And the battery compartment is much bigger to hold a battery with much bigger capacity. Now we're heading towards the side where you can plug in your external microphone or external flashlight. And now this is for your HDMI cable where you can plug directly into a TV and also a headphone jack. And the next compartment, I actually don't really know what they are for. I'm guessing you can connect into the computer and do some firmware updates. And of course, the screen expands outwards. That way you can take some low angle shot where you have to place the camera below your knee but still be able to see the screen. And now there's the Alpha 7R III logo located on the back of the camera. And now there are three quick customization buttons, one located on top and the other one located right below the Alpha 7R III logo. Now this is the dial for different mode. As you can see, it's mainly manual control. And it doesn't have all those portrait or macro mode like the lower end DSLR, mainly because this is a professional grade camera, so just to give the photographer a more dynamic control and keep everything simple. Now looking at the side-by-side comparison of the other mirrorless camera X Pro 1, the dimension is pretty similar, however the sensor size are greatly different. The X Pro 1 is a crop sensor at 16 megapixel, as compared to the Alpha 7R III is a full frame sensor at 42 megapixel. Of course, I know this is not an apple to apple comparison. X Pro 1 is more of the intermediate grade camera versus A7R III is more of a professional grade, but just to see a side-by-side comparison of the dimension, that's all. Now, a good way to complement this professional grade camera is by the new FE24 to 105mm f4 lens that just came out at the same time Alpha 7R III came out. And of course, the user manual is hidden in there, but I'm not really gonna get into it. Just dive straight into open up this lens. The lens does come with a leather back like any other L series lens from Canon. And it's a good way to protect your lens when you're not using them or when you're traveling with them. But I actually rarely use it because I figure the my camera back itself is already good enough to protect all my lens and equipment from scratch. Now looking at the lens, is really nicely built magnesium alloy, just like the Alpha 7R III's body. It's not those cheap plasticky lens. Now I'm just gonna rotate around just to check out this lens to see how beautiful it is. The lens also comes with the lens hood to prevent any lens flare if you don't want them in your shot. The way to put it on is fairly simple. You line up the first red dot and rotate it until the second red dot meets. The way that the zoom in ring and the focus ring rotates is just super smooth, just like any other L series lens from Canon. Now let's put the lens and the body together to see how it looks. And you just have to align the two white dots together and turn it clockwise until it's snag. Now looking at the top view of the camera with the lens on, and now I'm just gonna let it sit and mesmerize how good looking this camera is. In the end, this is the most expensive camera that I ever bought in my life. So I do have to let this sink in a little bit and let it marinate in my head before I go out and shoot away. And just in case if you wonder what this is, it's a device that secures the either HDMI cable or the USB cable on the left hand side, so you don't dangle around when the camera is in your hand. Now I'm going to charge this battery up and just can't wait to, shoot away with this camera. So I will be posting some reviews of different features on this camera, so stay tuned and make sure you subscribe so whenever I post a new content on my YouTube channel, you can get notified.